Want to spark undeniable chemistry and make her heart race? Touch is your secret weapon. In this video, I'll share the 21 best ways to touch a woman, turn her on, and build irresistible attraction. Don't miss number 9 because it's my absolute favorite. Let's dive straight into the step-by-step breakdown of the 21 ways to touch a woman that can turn her on and build deep attraction. Each move is designed to feel natural, smooth, and escalate the connection between you two. So listen closely and start implementing them today. The handshake with intent. When you first meet her, don't settle for just a basic handshake. Instead, take her hand confidently, hold it for an extra second, and lock eyes. This simple gesture says, "I'm confident and I see you." Make sure your handshake is firm but not crushing. It should feel inviting, not overpowering. This sets the tone for every touch that follows. Don't let it linger too long, though. This is just the opening move. Excited high five. Moments of fun or laughter are the perfect time to initiate playful physical contact. Maybe you're joking about something, or she's just shared a funny story. Use that energy to give her a quick high five. It's casual, fun, and signals that you're approachable and easygoing. The key here is the shared moment. A high five isn't about the gesture itself. It's about the spark of connection that comes with it. Elbow touch during conversation. This one is subtle but effective. While talking, if you're emphasizing a point or agreeing with something she said, gently touch her elbow. Keep it light, no more than a quick second or two. It's an easy way to introduce physical touch without crossing any boundaries. Plus, it helps to make the conversation feel more engaging and personal, helping her with her coat. When you're heading outside or leaving somewhere together, take the opportunity to show your gentlemanly side. Offer to help her with her coat, guiding her arm into the sleeve or adjusting it lightly on her shoulders. It's such a small thing, but it leaves a lasting impression. The closeness and care it conveys make it a subtle yet impactful form of touch. Shoulder touch for connection. When she's opening up about something personal or meaningful, lightly place your hand on her shoulder. It's a gesture of comfort and connection, showing that you're there for her. Keep it brief and sincere. This isn't the time to linger. The point is to let her feel your presence and support without overwhelming her personal space. A warm hug goodbye. When it's time to part ways, make your hug count. Wrap your arms around her confidently, but don't squeeze too tight. Hold it for just a second longer than a typical hug. It'll make her feel special. If you've built up enough chemistry, this can be a pivotal moment where she starts to see you as more than just a friend. Sitting or standing close, proximity matters when building intimacy. If you're sitting next to her, let your arm or leg lightly touch hers. If you're standing, step just close enough for your presence to feel magnetic. These small incidental touches create an undercurrent of tension and attraction. Don't overdo it. Your goal is to let her feel your closeness without it feeling forced or calculated. Guiding her with your hand on her back. When you're moving through a crowd or leading her somewhere, gently place your hand on the small of her back. It's protective, confident, and subtly intimate. Be sure to keep it light. This is about creating a sense of connection, not control. The small of her back is a sweet spot that feels personal without being overly intrusive. Leaning in to whisper. If the environment gets noisy, or you want to share something private, lean in close and whisper in her ear. The intimacy of this moment is electrifying. Your breath against her skin will send a shiver down her spine, especially if your tone is warm and inviting. Make sure what you say matches the mood. Keep it playful or personal, not overly serious. Thigh contact when sitting. When sitting next to her, let your thigh lightly rest against hers. This type of touch should feel casual and unintentional, even though it's deliberate on your part. It builds a sense of physical closeness without requiring any bold moves. If she doesn't shift away, that's a great sign she's comfortable with you. Playfully pushing her away. When she's laughing or teasing you, use the moment to gently push her shoulder or arm while saying something like, "You're too much," or "You're so adorable." This playful touch injects fun into the interaction and builds rapport. It's flirty, lighthearted, and shows you're comfortable being physical with her. Holding her hand briefly. If you're walking together, take her hand for a moment when crossing the street or guiding her through a crowded area. Don't overthink it. just reach for her hand naturally. If she doesn't pull away, you've just made a big step toward intimacy. Letting go at the right time is just as important as taking her hand, so don't hold on too long. Playing footsie. If you're sitting across from her, use your foot to lightly brush hers under the table. It's a cheeky move that works best when the mood is playful or flirty. Keep it subtle at first, don't go all in immediately. Let her respond before escalating, hand on her thigh. As your chemistry builds, you can start introducing more intimate touches. Rest your hand lightly on her thigh while sitting next to her. This is a bold move, so make sure the moment feels right. Pay attention to her body language. If she seems comfortable and relaxed, it's a green light to continue. Brushing her hair aside, if a strand of her hair falls across her face, gently tuck it behind her ear. It's a classic move that feels intimate and caring. Pair this gesture with direct eye contact. It'll create a moment she won't forget. Smelling her neck. This one is incredibly intimate, so only try it when the moment feels right, and you've already built significant rapport. Lean in close, as if you're about to whisper, but instead, take a light sniff near her neck and say something like, "You smell amazing." The key here is confidence. Hesitation can make it feel awkward. Playing with her hands. While talking, take her hand and lightly trace your fingers along hers. It's a small, intimate gesture that builds tension and keeps her engaged. This works especially well during quieter, more personal moments in your conversation. Running your fingers through her hair. If the mood is intimate, gently run your fingers through her hair. This is an incredibly sensual gesture, so it's best reserved for moments when you're already close, physically and emotionally. It's a surefire way to deepen your connection. Pulling her close by the waist. When you're standing close together, place your hands on her waist and pull her gently toward you. This move exudes confidence and creates a magnetic pull between you. It's bold, but if the chemistry is right, it'll feel completely natural. Touching her necklace. If she's wearing a necklace, use it as an excuse to get closer. Say something like, "That's a beautiful necklace," and lightly touch it while brushing your fingers against her neck. This creates a subtle but powerful moment of connection. Inner thigh graze. For the most intimate level of touch, lightly graze her inner thigh under the table. This move should feel playful and teasing, not aggressive. Pair it with a confident smile or deep eye contact to amplify the effect. Throughout all of these touches, remember, consent and comfort are key. Always pay close attention to her body language and reactions. If she pulls away or seems uncomfortable, back off immediately and give her space. Respect her boundaries. It's not just the right thing to do, it's also the most attractive thing you can do. By layering these touches progressively and naturally, you can create an irresistible chemistry that draws her closer to you. The art of touch isn't about one move, it's about how each gesture flows into the next, building a connection that feels organic and electric.